Hey, what's up guys? Mike here again, and this is Pure Shamu. I'm currently running 3.8, and it does have double tap to wake, as you can see. Now, one quick thing I do want to show off is the feature that when you kill multiple notifications, this is also something really cool with Pure Shamu. Specifically, if you do have a bunch of applications open in your multitasking window, when you are with stock Android, you do not have the ability to kill them all at once. You have to swipe one at a time and go from there. But with Pure Shamu, you do have the nice option to kill all apps at once. So that is a very, very nice feature right out of the package. Now you do also have a pure settings with Pure Shamu. I'm gonna up the brightness a little bit here. So down here you do have pure settings with Pure Shamu, and you can see it offers a lot of different sets of features. Now you do have this very nice battery percentage. You can actually hide it like stock and not show it at all. You can actually put it on the side where the clock is located, or you can actually put it within the battery itself. Now since mine is charging, you're not going to be able to see it, but it does have multiple options in that regard, so that's very nice. You can also adjust the control of the brightness of your display within the notification bar by just sliding it over. Now this might be an issue for some of you. I do not currently use it because it does sometimes pull down the notifications and become a little bit of a hassle, but it's still a pretty cool feature nonetheless. Now there are options of clock and date. You can actually disable the clock completely up in the right hand corner, or you can enable it. You can also change the color to just about anything you want. I'm going to keep it white. You can also adjust the alignment. Now you can put it in the middle, much like an iPhone. The only thing that I wish they would maybe put in is if you could put it to the left, you know, just to make a third option. Maybe they'll do that later on if they are able to, but I just keep mine to the right. Some people that might be worried with a screen burn can change that up from time to time, so that's nice as well. You can also put an AM and PM on the side, and you can adjust the size of that as well accordingly through other options. You can also change the date specifically, which day it is, Saturday, Friday, or whatever, and you can also change the option or the format style down here in the date format. So you have pretty much unlimited options. You can even create your own custom Java format and type it in there accordingly if you want to set up anything specifically. So very, very nice features overall, and giving you the options to put just about anything up there in your status or notification bar is very nice. You also have the quick pull down option, which does by the right edge of the status bar pulls down quick settings. Now this is kind of buggy, and I haven't noticed it really working, at least the way I think it's supposed to work. So I don't know if that's fully functional yet, but that's a pretty cool feature. Every time I install Pure Shamu, this list just grows and grows, and they just completely put way more options in here. I mean, it's just really, really nice. They also have this notification ticker, and it basically gives you a notification text preview in the status bar itself. You also get a notification counter, displays the number of pending notifications, so you can disable or enable those accordingly. You also can enable the traffic monitor. You can do outgoing, incoming, or you can do both at the same time, and it will show you up here what you have going on. You can also display bits per second or bytes per second, whichever ones you want to do. You can change the color in that as well, and you can adjust the time interval or update interval accordingly as well. You can also hide it, so when it's not doing anything, it won't show at all, and you can adjust the inactivity threshold down there at the bottom when you enable that feature specifically. So it's pretty cool if you want to keep an eye on how much data you have going in and out as well. You also have the ability to disable your navigation bar completely, so those that are worried about worried about screen burn as well can disable that. I already disabled mine, and I do use pie controls. There are other options out there which you can choose, obviously. Otherwise, you can just change your the actual size of the bar itself through these settings, so you can keep it changing over time to keep it from burning specifically if you're worried about that, because I mean, over time it's going to burn regardless. There are people that are saying, hey, it's burning within 2 days, but that is here or there. But you do have the option to disable that bar completely or change it up over time, so that's a very, very nice feature as well. Now you can change your back and multitasking buttons as well in the navigation bar. This is a little bit buggy from what I've seen, and but it does give you the option to change these up, so you can swap these over if you want to within the settings as well, if that is something you want to do. So if you're somebody coming from Samsung and that still kind of screws you up because they are backwards and they do things opposite, you can change that and make it more kind of towards a Samsung user. So if you're still not used to those settings specifically, you can swap those out with the swap back in recents, but it is a little buggy. It doesn't seem to work like it's supposed to for the most part in this iteration. Probably will be fixed, or it's just buggy on mine for some reason specifically. But a very cool feature. And they do have playback controls, so if your screen is off and you're listening to music, if you use the volume up or down, you can change tracks with that option enabled, so that's pretty awesome. You do have a volume rocker awake, so if you have your screen off and you don't want to hit the power button, you can hit the volume up or down and it will wake the device as well. But there's also the option to just double tap and it will wake your device. So that's a very, very nice feature. Now I did have double tap to sleep, but that is currently disabled from my understanding. And hopefully that will come back eventually. Not a big deal for me, but pretty cool that you can use the volume rockers to turn the Nexus 6 on as well. Now it does have a volume adjustment sound where you can disable the annoying little beep when you're disabling or enabling your sound, and it normally sounds like this. So you can disable that if that annoys you like it does me, and go and turn that off or disable or enable that through these options. Now it does have a volume key cursor control that you can use if you want that as well. I haven't found any need to have that. You can adjust your advanced reboot options, so if you hit your power button and you want to reboot it, it will give you advanced options. So that is a very nice feature to have as well. And you can disable or enable that as well. Now it does have this kill app back button, so if you want to kill the foreground app by long pressing the back key, you can enable or disable that. Since I don't use it, I'm going to go ahead and disable that, but that's a very, very cool feature to have. Now you can manage your applications as well, and this will enable application management in the notification area when you have recent apps, or whatever in the recent app list. So that's a cool little feature if you want to enable that as well. Now this is a really nifty little feature that is included with 3.8, and it will give you a little power button in your notification area right over here by your guest login, or your login specifically. And you'll notice it's not there right now, but you can choose two different options here, and you can just turn the device off completely by pushing that little power button. It will just turn off your device, or you can set it up accordingly to actually show you the toggles before it powers down, which is what I really like. So you pull that down again, and if you just hit it, it will show you the options accordingly, which is very, very cool. And if you want to power the device off, you just hold it and it will eventually power off as well. So very, very cool features in the new 3.8 Pure Shamu. You also have this privacy guard that will let you manage which apps are using specific data and what have you. So you can turn off or disable certain apps if you don't want them accessing things you don't want. So very, very nice list of features here with the Pure Shamu ROM, and this thing grows every time I install an update, and he updates all the time. I mean, this is like the third update this week, I think, or within 7 days, and this list just continues to grow, and there's just more options to use as this goes on. I really wish it would have a dark theme, instead of this white theme, but maybe that's in the future, I don't know. But everything else is just really, really nice and well done. And it's just a very smooth ROM. There's no issues, there's no bugs that I can see, other than a couple of the new options are just not working as intended in my case. But overall, just very, very nice performance. I really like this new little power button feature that he puts on here. If you just long press it, it'll turn off the device, and you can change that in the actual menu as well. And the fact that it does have, a double tap to wake included in the ROM is very nice, and it's working all the time. I haven't encountered too many times where it does not work. So as long as you're pushing it and it actually senses your finger, your touch, it's not going to give you any issues. So it's really nice that it includes all these features, and it does in fact run 5.0.2 Android, and just really, really great stuff here. Definitely recommend it for people looking for a nice custom ROM. And if you're looking for anything specifically other than this, then you'll have to go and check out some other videos. I have some more stuff on the way. I'm going to be testing some more ROMs in the future, but for now, this is just a quick look and a simple review of the Pure Shamu, and I am currently running 3.8. I'll put everything in my description below for you guys to check out and download specifically. But overall, super awesome ROM. Pretty excited to see what comes next with this ROM specifically. Like I said, every time I open this thing, every time I update it, this list of options just grows exponentially, and it's just really, really great stuff. And personally, I can't really find anything wrong with this ROM in general, and I definitely recommend it if you're looking for something that's very, very solid and stable. Anyways, guys, give me a thumbs up. Definitely go check this out on XDA and through my description below. Till next time, peace.